This is Paul Roman from the Quakes, and you're watching Punk Outlaw. Started in Buffalo, New York in 1986, and I was definitely the odd man out in my high school. There wasn't even a punk kid in my high school, nobody. You were either a jock, a stoner, or a prep. That was just those three things, and that's it. Nobody even knew what rockabilly was, you know. They might have heard of the Stray Cats, but we're doing an offshoot of that. We couldn't get gigs anywhere. The only gigs we could get were opening up for like hardcore bands and things like that. So we knew that there was a big psychobilly scene in Europe, so we decided, you know, that's where we need to go. I'm kind of the founding member, and there's been a revolving door of players over the years. There was a couple of bands here in LA, but I think they came out in the early 90s. Calavera, Barnyard Ballers. The Meteors are the ones that started psychobilly as we know it today. And certainly I would say the Meteors were influenced by the Cramps, for sure. So there was a couple bands out here on the West Coast, but this was all before the internet, so there was no way to even know about what anyone else was doing anywhere else. The reason it's called Psychobilly is because it's rockabilly based. It's not a haircut, it's not tattoos, it's not any of that. It's the actual sound. If it doesn't have some rockabilly in it, it's not psychobilly. It's just punk with a stand-up bass. It's got to have the Billy influence. And it's a lot of minor keys, and it doesn't always have to be 90 miles an hour. There's a lot of slow psychobilly songs. That whole Billy thing really kills it. You know, this is the United States and it's marketing. It's not a cool name like punk rock or heavy metal. You know, it doesn't sound Billy. It sounds weird. It sounds, you know, when I first heard that word in the 80s, I could just think of guys playing banjos and overalls on a porch, you know, chewing corncob pipes, right? We need a new marketing strategy for this genre. And got to get rid of that Billy, man. That's not working out.
Recently, well, maybe about last year around the same time, I went to Mexico, and a lot of my uncles and cousins and stuff, they were actually kind of patting me on the back and congratulating me a bit, because they said, wow, you're actually doing something pretty cool, you know? And I don't have any, you know, stray kids anyway, so in their eyes, I was doing kind of a cool thing. I kind of feel like regardless of what you look like, if you don't look like, you don't have tattoos on your face and spikes coming out of your eyebrows, if you just smile at somebody, I think you'll be okay. You know, old ladies treat me nice still.